Baby, that 4K be crazy. Jesus. I don't have no necklace on, nothing. Good morning, Hun Buns. So I had a very good weekend. When I say had a very good weekend, I had a very good weekend. I will be posting about the Painting with a Purpose. I was so happy. Miss Mary, thank you so much for inviting me once again to another successful event. Baby, we painted, we laughed, a few tears were shed, but it was tears of joy and sadness at the same time. I'm trying to think. And baby, they fed us. Listen, let's talk about it. Okay, Yetta, you gotta get kidnapped. Okay, yes, I am putting this on the video. You gotta get kidnapped. Cause see that that's probably why I can't unbig my back, because I'm a pasta girl. Okay, and that pasta was pasta. Okay, it was really good. Green bean. My God, it was the green beans. It was the baked chicken. It was, yeah. They had sweets, but y'all know I'm not really a sweet person. Like, so yeah. But I had a blast. When I tell you, I have to put my art up, yeah, because it's phenomenal. I was able to see some other people, hear additional stories, because most of the women that were there I actually knew from my previous job. So, and other events that we've gone to together, and they always tell their story. And what people don't understand is, one of my friends, I'm not saying no names, one of my friends, I always ask her to come to events like this. And she came to the event. She thoroughly enjoyed herself, and she was able to hear other people who went through similar situations, because there is no loss like the loss of a child. Never, like I say all the time, I've never lost a child before, but I can, the empathy that I have for those women, the pain of people that I've lost, that I've loved. So a person coming literally up out your body and you losing them, that's something different, especially mothers who've lost multiple kids. Miss Mary lost 2 children to homicide, to also go through the judicial system and have to go through that process as well. There was another mother. It's mothers that's out there that haven't got justice for their children. Like, people, they know, they don't say anything. It's the street code. It's crazy. But I mean, like my friends say, every dog got their day, and some of them have too. And that's not to, put any bad juju on somebody, but understand what you put out in the world is ultimately going to come back to you. And that's why we have so much violence that goes on in our community, because a lot of the things that people put out, it comes back. And there are the times that most of my cases that I used to have, it was people who just, nobody deserves to get murdered, let's say that, but it was people who weren't living, as they say, their life. And that's more painful, especially as a parent, when you say, I raised my child right. Y'all, I'm not about to cry. It's literally, my sinuses are flared up to the 10th power. But yeah, for the parents who, they always say, 2-parent homes and this, and you live in a affluent neighborhood and you do this and you do that. Homicide can affect anybody. That's another thing. And one of the things that I also touched on, and I forgot to touch on, was family. A lady spoke about how her brother murdered her son. And that in itself is a double-edged sword. I'm going to post the entirety of it, but Miss Mary's organization is for DV as well as homicide. Her daughter was murdered by her boyfriend, and her son was murdered a few years ago. Hey, sweetheart. Thank you. You too, sweetie. Y'all know I had to stop at Sonic and get me something to eat. Babe, I'm not gonna hit your transversal. I got a limited car. Of course, I don't understand why people clench their booty cheeks when my car is so small. Like, you're not gonna get hit. I can drive, baby. Been driving, okay? Been down them country roads, okay? But it's just family. Family have to stick together. And I notice, like I used to say oftentimes, my families, they, you know, when you go through something like that, I feel like people, for some strange reason, and to me it's the strangest thing ever, and I love that the lady spoke about therapy. Hey, in the black community, therapy is needed, y'all. I know they all this. What I have found is a lot of times certain people don't want people to go to therapy because of what may be revealed. And listen, what may be revealed needs to be revealed in order to start that healing process. It just has to happen. It has to. And like, you know, everybody wants to do stuff for the betterment of other people, but ultimately you have to do what's best for you. So if going to therapy and expressing yourself, or finding that person that you feel, you know, can hold your secrets and will help you process through them, yeah, that's something that you need to do. You really do. As African American people, we need to say therapy is okay, counseling is okay, and then when you go there, be honest. Guess what? You can't lie to your counselor and say, you know, Jesus, how can you get help if you ain't being honest? Future, you got to be honest. Be honest about what's going on. That person can't help you in their entirety if you not giving them everything. Y'all, Superstars on, and that's my song. I love me some Gerald Levert. But ultimately, I did have a great weekend. Yes, I did. I have to go to work. Yes, I did have to go to work. But I still had fun at work, you know? Because I know a lot of people be like, oh my God, you work? Yes, I do. I go there. I can't say faithfully because my coworker just said, you know, Miss Carla, we'll see you in a month. Guess what, sis? It's not going to be a month, but it's going to be a little distance, you know, a little distance. I'm glad I'm talking about this because I need to text my supervisor because my schedule is incorrect. My schedule is incorrect. So I got to get that straight too. But about to pull up to the Jizzy job. Yes, sir. Yeah, pulling up to the job. So I will talk to you guys later. We'll see if my supervisor texts me and tell me something I don't want to hear. Love you, Al. Baby, she stay catching me. Stay catching me, Jesus. But I love her to pieces with her little bitty self. I wouldn't change her for the world, okay? Wouldn't change her.
And then tomorrow, have a good day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't you dare go messing up nobody else's hair. Very good. Honey, this got dark.